There's a generation nobody talks about. Not because they're boring, because they refuse to make noise about themselves. And that silence, it tells you everything. Gen X, born between 1965 and 1980. They came home to empty houses. No parents, no supervision, just a key on a string around their neck and a world that expected them to figure it out. And they did. But something happened inside those empty houses that nobody talks about. They stopped waiting to be rescued. At 8 years old, they learned the most dangerous truth an adult can know. Nobody is coming to save you. Most people spend their whole lives running from that feeling. Gen X just built a life around it. They watched their parents preach loyalty, then get laid off anyway. They watched authority figures make catastrophic decisions. Watergate, the AIDS crisis, corporate America gutting entire families with a single memo. So they made a quiet decision. Never trust the system. Only trust your own hands. Psychologists call it defensive pessimism. Gen X calls it Tuesday. It's not cynicism. It's armor, carefully constructed. Never advertised, never explained. They don't complain. They don't post about their struggles. They just adapt. Because in their experience, the rug always gets pulled. The only question is whether you're ready when it does. Here's what makes them fascinating. They are simultaneously the most independent and the most quietly loyal people you will ever meet. They won't ask you for help, ever. But if you need help, they will show up. No announcement, no Instagram story about it. Just there, doing the work. That's not a personality quirk. That's survival psychology. When your parents were absent, your friends became your family, and you protected that family fiercely, quietly, without needing credit. Gen X doesn't do things for recognition. They do things because it needs to be done. They're the generation that built the internet, but doesn't post their breakfast, that raised their kids with all the attention they never received, then quietly worried they gave them too much, that holds organizations together without a single person noticing. There's a word for that. Not forgotten, not invisible. Load-bearing, like the walls inside a house. Remove them, and everything collapses, but nobody photographs a wall. Gen X doesn't need the photograph. They never did. If this made you think of someone, share it with them. They probably won't say it hit home, but it did.